I know how it goes. You start your testing, you think it's going to go really easy, then all of a sudden you realize that your data changes every time you make a call or your other service is always down. Well, today we're going to fix it. Playwright recently made an update that lets you record these HAR files, which are HTTP archive files. So now you can record files and reuse them in your tests to get the same responses back. I thought this was an awesome feature, so let's try it out. My first thought was we should automate Netflix. Using Playwright CodeGen will open Netflix and then start building a test. But I found out that Netflix hates automation. It will dance for you though. Technically the screen is always moving and it won't be able to complete in headless mode. But you can cheat. If you do this in headed, you can click the field and your test will complete. Now that we're past that, let's use our HAR. Trying to run this test, it's a complete failure. But why? It turns out this feature in Playwright fails when you've got web workers. It's a bug, they're talking about fixing it, so there's nothing I can do here. I can't make Netflix work. But you know there's other websites out there that use a lot of data. Let's check everyone's favorite, Stack Overflow. That's constantly changing. You can never do the same test twice. Again, recorded a test. Once we're happy with the test, we'll copy it out of the generator, then add the request logging to the HAR. Make sure you also close that browser context. We'll be opening the test and headed just so that you can see it run. Now that the archive is saved, let's use it in the test. We'll comment out our archiving code and move back over to the browser from the page, then tell our page to accept the network requests we saved. Then I reran it with an archive. But is it actually working? How can you tell? It could just be the data just worked after I just ran it once. The data might not have changed yet. Well, let's just disconnect from the network and try it. Rerunning the test is successful. With no network connection, instead of using mocks, we can now save and modify our HAR files to quickly test features that depend on the database or system state. At any time, I can go in and change these to a different test state and use that all the time. If you think Playwright's cool and you want to check out more, check out my Playwright Masterclass. Or it's a good time to go down and subscribe.